The third type of machine learning that we need to take a look at is known as reinforcement learning. These are really going to help you to work on some new projects and will ensure that you are able to finish some work that may not be covered with any of the other options you are able to work. These are really going to help you to work on some new projects and will ensure that you are able to finish some work that may not be covered when any of the other options are able to work. This type of machine learning is quite different from the others. These algorithms learn purely from examples, good or bad, and then make a decision on their own under similar circumstances. What makes reinforcement learning stand out is the fact that the decision is accompanied by a reward or a penalty. This way, the algorithm constantly learns and adapts to make better decisions that yield better rewards. These algorithms are similar to human learning. Mistakes and errors are crucial to learning and development. People learn from bad outcomes and then know what to avoid in the future in order to get a better result. This is the same way machines are trained with reinforcement learning. They make a bad decision. They are punished with a penalty and thus learn what to avoid and how to make better decisions. Reinforcement machine learning is going to need to have some kind of feedback mechanism that you will need to focus on. If the feedback isn't present, then the learning isn't going to work. You can go through and set these up so that they are either positive or negative, and the choice is going to be determined by the algorithm that you are working with. But regardless of the type of feedback, it needs to be there. So, anytime that you would like to work with one of the algorithms that come with reinforcement machine learning, you are basically working with a program that will focus on trial and error like learning. Now that we have a brief introduction into what reinforcement learning is, it is time to take a look at some of the types of reinforcement learning that you are able to utilize when it is time to use the features here. Let's get started. Cue learning. The first type of reinforcement machine learning that we are going to focus on is going to be known as cue learning. This is a good learning algorithm to choose if you would like to work with a type of learning that is known as temporal difference learning. As you work with the different machine learning types, you will probably notice that this one that will be called an off-policy algorithm that has the ability to learn an action value function, which is going to ensure that you are able to get the results that you expect, no matter what state the program is in at the time. One of the nice things about using cue learning is that you are able to use this algorithm for any of the different functions that you would like. Since this is true, you need to take some time to list out the different specifications for how the user or the learner will select the course of action, or things are going to get split up a bit as well. Sarsa. This would then be the main function that you would use with the updated value, which will then rely on whatever the current state of the learner is. It can also include the reward that the learner will get for the selection they make, the action that the learner chooses, and then the new state that the learner will be in when they are done with that action. As you can see, there are a ton of different parts that will end up coming together to make the Sarsa work for your needs. While there are many parts that must come together for this one, this is sometimes seen as the safest algorithm for a programmer to use when they are trying to find the solution they want to use. However, there can possibly be times when your learner will end up with a reward that is higher than what the average is for their trials. This is a bigger issue with the Sarsa compared to some of the other algorithms that you have.